So we're not getting crazy the next couple of days. I'm doing just some straight OG barbecue. I'm gonna do some baby backs today. TRENDKILLr's getting lit up. I'm gonna do these in some oak and some cherry. And then for tomorrow, I'm doing just a straight up Texas brisket. And I'm gonna be doing that also, TRENDKILLr, in some straight up oak. So let's do this. I know a lot of my videos are me trying this and doing that and this and that. So, but this is just gonna be my straightforward, this is just plain old barbecue. So that's what we got. We got a slab of backs here. We got our meat meth, standard meat meth base. Added a tablespoon of dark brown sugar and a teaspoon of cumin. It's the only difference I make when I make a barbecue rub using the meat meth. So that's it. So what we're gonna do, actually notice there's a piece of silver skin left on these ribs. So I'm gonna get him gone. And I'm not gonna do any trimming. This all looks good, everything looks good. The only thing I am gonna do, wrestle this parchment paper and get rid of this membrane. Again, start here in the center. Twisty, twisty. Come all the way up. Take her right across. Give her a spin. And I am going to just pull. Just like so. That's gone. Damn it. There we go. Now, I always just do a quick score in my bone, in between. That's it. I cut a little of this cut off over here. We don't want that. And make sure I get one through here. That's a wrap on that. Now, get them in a pan. We do a quick wash. I'm all out of my nitrals. I usually get them at Restaurant Depot. They're completely out. I looked on Amazon and for some reason, well, not for some reason, I think we all know why. Nitrals are not considered essential. So I no longer get my next day shipping. So it's pretty goddamn irritating, to be honest with you. All right, I'm heavy handing this shit today. I'm gonna get these edges. So I feel like a little kick. I feel like some spice. I want some rub. I want some bark. These things ain't going in a box. These are going in our mouth. So we're gonna cook these how we wanna eat them. Give a good rub. Fight with our parchment paper a little more. That. And again, now that I got my hands all dirty, we're going to do it like that. It's like soap. Rub that on in there. that's that. Let's go light the pit. All right, big boy's coming into play today. It's been a while, I miss it. It's a beautiful day out. So let's light the pit. First, give her some life. Get her breathing. Oof. And then come over here. Open her up. Oh man, I got a mess in there. Yeah. I hate when I do that to myself. The thing is I don't know why I'm ever surprised, because I do it every time. So. It's all right. You can use some of that. There we go. Beautiful. Those guys back. Got some charcoal. Just some B&B lump. Get her hanging. And then we grab a couple of chunks. I gotta bring some more wood around, it looks like. So I'm gonna toss this guy in. If I do have any bark, I always put my bark towards the fire so it burns off first, you know what I mean? I may not ever need to, but I do. That's how I do it. Grab some of this. Again, I don't use my lump as BTUs, so I only use it as a starter pretty much, you know? So I'm going to take one, we're going to toss one guy in the front, one guy in the back, get the party started. Grab my torch. Get the fire going. Woo! That was fireworks, man. How'd you lose an eye, sir? Barbecuing. God damn, man. Snap, crackle, pop. It was a sunny day in Missouri. We were lighting a fire. I lost an eye. Alright. And I'm only going to 225, so I'm just gonna cross this guy right here. And let that go. So. All right, I'm gonna let him get lit, get burning, all that other good stuff. I'll push him in. I gotta make an adjustment to my tuning plates because I've had it set up now for kind of a hotter cook on the one side, a little bit cooler on the other, so I'm just gonna even them out. I've been meaning to do it, I just haven't. So I'll get all that situated. We'll get back here and get some ribs on. All right, guys, so we are at 125. I'm using the water pan system that I built into this guy today because I got shit to do and I don't want to mess around. I'm just gonna throw the ribs on there and get them when they're done, you know what I mean? So let's get some water in her. She's thirsty. She's thirsty. Ooh, creeping up on 125, I guess I lied. Ooh, yeah. So I got a water pan system that I built in right down here. Shows about a gallon. So I'm using some hot water today. And I'm coming in just like so. I should take a little more. There we go. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. See that back there? See that water pan back there? She's right there. She's over the firebox. Well, over the firebox inlet, I guess I'd say. And that's a wrap. So I use hot water, so that way I'm not fighting my temps. I want to get this thing heated up. So we're already rolling some really good looking smoke. Nice blue. No billows, no white. So this thing burns clean, man. It burns super, super clean. So I already closed my firebox door. Got it vented all the way. Once I get up to temp, right around 25 degrees short of temp, then I will typically close my inlets down about half, something like that. And since I am going at such a low temp, I'll probably choke one of my chimneys off. Just keep one of the stacks low. Still has plenty of draw. I've tried closing just a little bit of both of them, or one or the other. Doesn't seem to make a difference. So still pulls that smoke across the chamber nicely. So as you can see, the whole chamber gets filled beautifully with smoke. So, but that's what we're looking for right there. So all we got to do is wait for this guy to get up to temp. And actually, I'm going to be cooking on that side because I'm making some adjustments to my tuning plates. So I want to test this side. I should have a hell of a balance. When I first built it, I had a perfect balance right across the whole thing. And then I was messing around. I was doing chicken on one side one day, and I believe it was some ribs I had on the other side. So I wanted this side a little bit hotter, of course. And I was messing around with my tuning plates, and then I couldn't get it back to how I had it, man. So now I think I got it. I think I remember how I had them set. I had these about a quarter inch, about an 1/8 inch on the first one, then about a quarter inch, and then I accelerated about a quarter inch on each tuning plate. I got like 8 of them in there. So because initially I was going to make them so the tuning plates actually slid perfectly together and just left an opening over here. And I was going to add 2 more stacks like this over on this side of the chamber as well. So that way, if I ever wanted to just do some reverse flow smoking, all I had to do was simply boom and pull all my tuning plates together, and then I would have reverse flow if I choked these 2 stacks off. So that was my initial idea, but then I figured, why would I ever do that? So I didn't do it. So I just have my tuning plates in there the way I had them. So I'm gonna see. Right now I'm at 125 here and 125 here. So I think I'm right about where I used to be. So, because that's a big chamber, man. She's 60 by 24 by 24. So it's a big boy in there. So it took some. My tuning plates are 1/2 inch steel, so they take a lot of heat, but they don't radiate so much. You know what I'm saying? I didn't wanted to be able to use my bottom rack whenever I wanted. You know, if I wanted to fill that thing with meat, I know I'm going to get an even cook everywhere. So I have yet to fill it with meat, but that's the whole point. I'm working on my catering, red tape, all that other kind of bullshit, and I need to change out. That's why I added the stainless steel shelf. Anything your food touches in the state of Missouri has to be stainless steel. So I have my expanded metal, the stainless steel, but I didn't use stainless on my tubing. Fighting a little bit about that because my food doesn't actually touch that tubing. But anyway, that's what I'm going to be using it for. It's going to be more so I want to kind of do. I have an idea. Can't give away all my secrets, but I don't know. She's a good pet. I wish I would have made it a little bit lighter because it is a bitch to move. So if I ever want to take it with me anywhere, I literally have to pull it with the lawn tractor through the yard because she is heavy. So I mean, we're talking 3/8, quarter inch, and 1/2 inch. This entire thing, except for my tube steel down here, which is still 3/8. So, but anyway, I'm gonna let this heat up and we'll get some ribs on it. All right, guys, we are right about at 225. So I'm going to toss them on there. My goal is around 250, 225, 250. I want to keep it right in that range. But when I hit that 225, I like to toss them in there because after I choke down the stacks a little bit, cut the intake down a little bit, it starts slowing the heat down. So I'd like to take that opportunity. Usually takes, you know, a good 30, 45 minutes for it to finally creep and balance. So now that's, you know, that's may not be true for some things, so I wouldn't take that to heart, you know, too much. It's just, I know this pit, I know how it works. So I know it's not going to overshoot. I know it's not going to, you know, get buck wild. So I'm comfortable with putting them on there at 225 and just letting them start out in that low temp and just start soaking in some of that smoke. And then, you know, it'll balance out into that 250 mark, you know. And I like to keep it between that 25 degrees, you know. So, like I said, we're rolling pretty good. We have, as you can see, she's chugging like a choo-choo train. So, but we are looking at some nice, clean blue smoke. She's burning really well. So, let me grab the ribs. Let's get them on there. All right, let's do this. Ready? Oh man. Just gonna toss these guys right here in the middle. Get them together, keep them nice and tight. That's that, man. That's it. I'm gonna let them go. And I don't think I'm gonna be spritzing. I'm not gonna do anything. I got the water pan going. That gallon usually lasts quite a few hours, honestly. So I'm gonna let that throw the moisture at them for right now, and then after that it'll be complete dry smoke, and that's how we're gonna finish them. I am gonna wrap these. Like I said, I'm going just plain old OG, and so we'll wrap those. You know, the usual suspects: the little butter, little apple cider vinegar. And the only thing different that I do, I don't use honey or none of that bullshit. I can't stand honey, honestly. I use blue agave in substitute for it. Still has a nice sweetness, but it's not overbearing, you know. So, but other than that, I'm gonna keep this pretty simple and just straight to the point. These are just some good old smoked barbecue baby back ribs. So I'm even saucing them. I know. So that's it. We're gonna let them go. We'll check in. I don't know, maybe do some food porn ride-alongs or something like that. But other than that, I'm gonna go mess around on this beautiful day and get some things done around here. So, all right, guys, we're gonna do a little peeky. I don't know if I can really give enough tips. I'm not really a tip kind of guy. If I find like something like I like or enjoy, or something that I just seems to work well, or more importantly, make things a little easier, I try to toss them in there. But when it comes to, hey, these are rules, man, there's no rules. I don't believe in that. But tip: maintaining a consistent fire. I mean, I know, people talk about, I see a lot of guys, especially on the pellet grill side of things, that they have probes in there, and they got a probe on every goddamn grate in there, and it's like, well, the temperature over here is 225, but the temperature over on this grate is 220, and the temperature, it's like, maintaining an even fire, in my opinion, is within 25 degrees. They are going to fluctuate. I don't care what pit you have. I don't care what you're cooking with. I don't care how long you've been cooking. Honestly, it is damn near impossible to not have some type of variation, some type of fluctuation mark. You know what I mean? They're going to raise, they're going to lower, they're going to that. It's the big swings that hurt, man. That'll actually make your meat cook longer, honestly. If you're holding an even temperature, relatively even, within, I'd say, like I said, 15 to 25 degrees. If you're holding it in there, you're having that steady heat. So you're thinking about that piece of meat, and then it starts dropping. You start losing your temp. Then all of a sudden you're feeding the fire, you're feeding the fire. Your temp starts going up again. That meat is, it's going all over the place, man. You're gonna lose your track, you're gonna lose it, and it will honestly take longer to cook a piece of meat when your temperatures are fluctuating than it would just be at a straight up low and slow. So peaking, if you're gonna spritz, if you're gonna clean, if you want to just check on your bark, you know, like for me, I want to wrap. It's been 3.5 hours, somewhere right around there. So I want to check to see what kind of color I got going on, if I'm ready to wrap these or not. So, but do it quick. Don't stand there, you know, call your neighbors over and shit. Say, come and check this piece of meat out, man. Show them when it's done. Seriously. If I can give a tip, that's the tip. Maintain it. Still smoking. We're running beautifully at 225. And let's see what our ribs look like. Now this is my first peek, so you guys know. We're first peek. We're doing this together. My handle hot? Nah, not bad. All right. We ready? Oh man, look at that. Look at that. Okay, see, I'm close, but I still want that bark to set up a little bit more. I'll give you a quick one. But they ain't ready. They're not. So I'm going to lock it back into its cage. I'm probably going to go, I don't know, maybe another half hour, 45 minutes. I mean, you know, it's typical right around that 4-hour mark is when you're ready, especially when you're smoking this low at 225. That seems to be about the mark when it comes to baby backs. So I'm going to give them, like I said, another half hour or so. Probably be ready. I just want that. I want that rich color. I want to know it got that smoke, you know. And I want that bark to be set up nice, something that's going to hold up. We're going to wrap in some butcher paper, and we're going to toss them back on there for the finish. So let's come back. All right, guys. See what we got. Should be good for a wrap. Oh, yeah. Yep. It's perfect. It's perfect. Let's grab them. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Nice pliable already. Man. Oh, shit. I locked my glove in the hook. Hold on. Almost don't even need a wrap, man. Look at that. Look at those beautiful things. Oh, man, it's good looking meat. All right, let's wrap them. Let's wrap them. I had to wrap them in the house since the dogs are outside playing and you couldn't hear a damn word I was saying. So, man, you can just smell that oak coming off those ribs. You know, one of my favorite things about barbecue is you get to accomplish something while you're accomplishing so much. Yard work, everything, man. All right, so relatively simple here. Unsalted. Do 4 tablespoons. Just like so. Try to even them out about the length of the rib. Then dark brown. Just gonna give her just a coating. About the width of the rib, you know what I mean? So I know it's there. And then some blue agave. Give them that sticky. Now let's take these. Look at these guys. Look at these things. Oh man, we'll go face down on that. Keep them honest. And for our moisture. Let me grab my apple cider vinegar. There we go. We're gonna use this bowl, you know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna hold our moisture in there. So I'm just gonna put some right in there. Like so. That's it. Fold each side in. Tuck these guys in. Tuck these in. Bring these up. Then I just tuck my corners in like so. That's it. Let's go throw them back on. All right. Just tossed another log in. Went down about 10 degrees. Pumping some wood around from the front. I'm gonna take these guys. I'm gonna put them face down for a while. I'm gonna let them roll face down for a little bit. Just let that moisture, you know, that pool that we got in there, let that do its thing, and then I'll give them a flip. So, judging by the color and, you know, how those things are, you know, pretty pliable right now, I'm gonna say maybe an hour. I don't know, hour and a half. For the record, that was about 4.5 hours of just the open smoke like that. My water pan should be empty by now. So it's pretty much probably been the last maybe 2 hours, something like that, of just straight up dry smoke. But they still looked like they had plenty of moisture in them. So we're looking good on that point. But I know there's guys always asking me for times and stuff like that, and I've said it a million times. I have no idea. You know what I mean? It's just when the ribs say they're done, I should have a nice pullback, you know, good 1/2 inch pullback, minimal. Sometimes you can't go by that. Just depends on how tight the, you know, and if you take the membrane off, things like that. So I just go for how tender. You know what I mean? You got your bend. Sometimes that's not even true. So after I think they're getting to that point, just take a probe, stick it in between the bones. If it goes in and out, super simple, like butter, we're ready, man. That's it. Should have a nice bite, subtle pull, and then it should come clean. This ain't competition, you know, I ain't boxing them up. That's how I like my ribs. I want to bite my rib, and I want to be able to take it. I want to be able to pull it off. I want to be able to eat it. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm going to let them go, see what happens. All right, guys. It's been, I don't know, half hour, maybe a little bit more, 45 minutes. So I'm going to flip them now. Now that I know that that moisture that we had in there is evaporated, soaked in, and all that other good stuff, let's get them back on their rib. You know what I'm saying? Take this time just to check them too. Look at that. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably let those go for maybe 30 minutes. And then we're gonna pull them out. We'll probe check them. They should be good. Pull them out of the wrap, hit them with some sauce. So we can set that on there for about 10, 15 minutes, something like that. And that's it. We're digging in. All right, guys. So it's been about 30 minutes. Let's check them. I have a feeling they're probably about ready. So let's see what we got. Get our pan over here, because they're gonna be sloppy. Oh man. Beautiful. All right. Come on over here. Let's see what we got going on. see that? You see that? Oh yeah. Thick ends down here. Right in between there. They are just butter. Just butter. So, let's get them on there. Let's sauce them. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna roll these guys right off of our paper. Trying to make too much of a mess, but I usually do. And I'm just gonna use this sheet pan, and we are gonna sauce. Now, since I'm in throwing tips at you today, when you're saucing, if you want nice sauce without the streaks and all that other good stuff, make sure your sauce is warm. Minimum room temperature. Then your sauce just lays nicely, blends into the meat nicely, and you don't get those brush marks, you know what I'm saying? If you give a shit. I don't know, I'm just tipping it up, you know what I mean? So, I'm gonna sauce these real good. This is the Blues Hog original. Now, if I ever use sauce, this is the stuff, guys. I'm serious. The stuff is so well balanced. It's delicious, and it seriously makes your ribs look like an artist painted them things, man. Look at that shit. I'm not even joking. Look at those. Look at that sheen to them things, man. It's awesome sauce. It seriously is. All right, let's throw them back on the pit. I know this video is getting long, but hey, sorry. I talk a lot, you know what I'm saying? There we go. Throw them guys back in there. 15, something like that. And then we are going to cut into them. All right, guys, we are done. Let's pull them off. I already closed my intakes. Get our stacks shut down. Save whatever oak's left in there. Check it out. Oh man, come on. Look at those things. Yum. It's like so. Down. All right, I'm gonna pull them in and just let them chill for maybe 5-10 minutes. Let's see what we made, shall we? Look at that. Yum, yum, yum. All right. So I'm just gonna slide it right down on here. It's like so. And I'm gonna take this one right here. That looks like a great test rib right there. Look at that, guys. Still nice and moist. That's what I like to see right here. Oh, just a little tug. Oh, it's fantastic. Just like that. Oh man. My favorite part, gotta test them, you know what I mean? Make sure the family's safe, make sure they're not poisoned. So, that's it. So, just some straight up oak smoked barbecue ribs. Baby backs. Later.